Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Puffco, Proxy, and Bub Diamond Dab of the Day. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. As always, when you enjoy today's video, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I reply to all the comments. Let's get started on today's topic. How do you make friends as an adult? That's right. Making friends can be incredibly daunting, no matter what age you are. But the older we get, the more difficult it becomes. And now we've added the barrier of social distancing to it. So how do we make friends in the long haul? Well, first and foremost, you got to realize you're not the only one. You're not alone. It's a super common experience to have difficulty making friends as an adult. It's something that we all either currently dealing with or we've dealt with in the past. Most of us just aren't open about it, which brings up this discussion. We need to talk about it. That's right. Most people are thinking that there's easier ways and easier times to make friends as a kid. And that's in part because people around us weren't talking about it. Growing up, parents and teachers were constantly discussing our development and the intimidating process of building relationships. The more we can recognize that talking about this not only helps us reduce the individual shame we might be experiencing, but also actually provides the pathway to closer friendships. Ultimately, it will really help build us and sustain us with our connections. You got to get set up. The first step in making a new friend is to decipher where you might actually meet them. This is where existing social networks come into play, whether it's a friend, a coworker, or a distant relative. Who are the valuable people in our social network that we can connect with other people that we might not know? We already have blind romantic dates. Why not a blind friendship one? We need to learn to deepen our casual connections. We all have workplace acquaintances that we know deep down could be something more. Take that leap. Grow relationships. Find a common denominator that you can bond over, like a shared hobby or interest. You don't have to talk about work. Make an effort to gradually open up about different parts of your life. That can help the deepest sense of connection. Talk about your life and what it's like to do in your free time. Maybe have a Zoom chat with your favorite colleagues or schedule a hangout in your neighborhood with the person that you've always said hi to in the hallway. Use friendship apps. That's right. People understand what Tinder is, so what's more or less one more app? With social distancing and stay at home still there, apps are a great way to meet people, especially new ones. If you're a new mom, what if you're single? Well, there are apps and sites that connect you with people of similar hobbies. That's right, there's one called Meetup. You can even post events yourself for people to come join with you. It's a great alternative to meeting people in person, and actually it's a lot more convenient. You can screen them all from the comfort of your home. But you must remind yourself always why you're doing this. That's right. Sounds awkward, doesn't it? Sounds like there's anxiety about approaching and meeting new people. Well, guess what? We need to normalize that anxiety and awkwardness. You know why? It's just part of the process. Keep your eye on the prize, on the gold ring. A new friend. We need to remind ourselves that it's uncomfortable. Makes us feel nervous. Makes us feel insecure. We're still choosing to do it for ourselves because it's going to put us in a better place. Remember, when you're talking about friends, it's quality, not quantity. Working to build a relationship, someone you can really connect with, is the best case scenario for the long run. And it's exhausting to commit yourself to hanging out with a million different people. Think about it. So focus on the people you truly want to build deeper relationships with. We're all too busy to be giving out all of ourselves every time to every single connection or relationship. So know when to let go, or at least kind of let go. We aren't meant to hold on to every single connection we ever made. A friend of mine told me years ago, and I really believe it, that people come in and out of our lives at certain times for reasons. Well, it's important to deepen meaningful relationships, but it's also okay to drift away from some people. Whether we're moving, growing up, changing, sometimes we lose certain connections, and that's okay. The more we can do to normalize and allow for that kind of change, the better we're going to be able to shift our attention to the relationship and friendships that we really need and value. If we're interested in doing this, it's important to remember that there are simple ways to approach new friendships positively. That's right. You got to go into the social scenario in a positive way. That's the law of attraction 101. Negativity ain't going to do it. When we start to focus on good things that make us feel good and engage in a way that increases positive feelings, it makes it easier to see and connect with other people we resonate with. So we need to create a life for ourselves that we're going to enjoy. That's right. Like attracts like. The more engaged we are with life, the easier it's going to be to go out and meet people. When we do things that make us feel good, we find people who enjoy doing the same things. Maybe we're going to find a group of people that enjoy doing the same things we do. Be curious. And remember, step outside of your comfort zone a little bit. Say yes. Be willing to put yourself out there with people you don't know. That's right. And it can be intimidating. Of course it can. Especially for people who are shy or who experience social anxiety. But we must take the risk to meet new people because this leads to the reward of developing new relationships. And as much as our inner social butterfly allows us, say yes when we receive an invite. You never know until you try, and the more we put ourselves out there, the more people we will meet. Don't be afraid to initiate either. It's a two-way street making friends. So don't be afraid to ask somebody else to come with you somewhere. Open the door. Now, we also have to remember vulnerability. We're all programmed to be afraid of rejection, but no connections are worthwhile without some vulnerability. That's right. So we need to have as strong a sense of self as we possibly can. And we must not be afraid to be ourselves. How will we make friends if we can't see and accept the real us? Remember, not everyone's going to like us. But as we get older, we can accept that not everyone needs to like us. And when you live your truth, then you can find people who do. You just need to be patient. That's right. It takes time to build strong relationships, so let's give it some time. Naturally, for things to unfold and for friendships to blossom, not a marathon. When it comes to friendship, it's always quality over quantity. The key, remember this, is to have at least one, maybe two people in your life that you can rely on and feel connected to. You don't have to overwhelm yourself by booking a calendar every day and every hour full. Simplify. Find that one person, that one new person that you can reach out to, and you'll take it from there. Remember, friendships are one of the most enriching parts of our lives. So we can make new ones. Put yourself out there. Get involved. Take a risk. It's all about being ourselves and having other people like us for that. Thanks, everybody, for joining me today, talking about how adults can make new friends. We can do it. It's not that hard. It's just a little frightening sometimes. Thank you all for being here today to talk about how adults can make new friends. This has been the Real Senior Stoner here helping with my Puffco Proxy with Bub and Diamonds. Don't forget, everybody, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends, send a like, send a comment, let's have a discussion. This has been the Real Senior Stoner, talking about making new friends. It's such an important topic. It's critically important, as a matter of fact, as I shout it out. Making new friends. Wonderful. puts a smile on your face. Have a great day, everyone, and thanks for joining me. This is the Real Senior Stoner. The dab train's rolling. Cheers. Have a wonderful day.